Welcome back to Divinity 648. My name is Christina. I'm a high vibrational energy intuitive. This is the bedroom conversation for Libra and Aquarius placements. You want to check your birth chart to see if you have any Libra or any Aquarius placements. Some of you may also understand or find that you have Pisces and Virgo placement. So you want to listen to that bedroom conversation as well, because three of the influential cards popped up in the same, two being in the same exact position as it was for Pisces and Virgo. So you might be able to resonate with that and this. Overall, for Aquarius and Libra, your past is like getting karmic justice. I just want to let you know. Um, okay, so it looks like Libra, the one with the dominant Libra energy. It doesn't even matter. I'm not going by that. I'm going by the energy. So anyone with Libra or Aquarius in their birth chart, you're being looked at by people you've left behind, person A, as someone who is somewhat of a miracle, right? Either you make miracles happen or you have done a complete 360 on the type of person that you are, or you went from being inexperienced to completely experienced and blowing people away. Either way, the past and individuals who are not as experienced in whatever it is that you do or whatever area of your life you are glowing in, they're looking at you like you are a miracle. They're looking at you like you are the shit. They're looking at you as if you are the next best thing that they want to be involved with or have access to. Like when a new music group comes out and their shit's a banger and everybody's on them and everybody overplays their songs. That's kind of the energy here. So those of you who understand what I'm saying, you are in person A energy right now. And I got two definitive answers for you guys. So right away, I got this energy of a a child who is coming through um, as being a factor in dynamics involved. Okay, so person, person A in this dynamic is going to be the masculine. Person B in this dynamic is going to be the feminine. Um, I'm not so sure I see a person C. I think the person C in this dynamic is more of like family matters or um it could be a karmic, it could be anything, but it feels more like religious views or a family member, like parents, if they value their opinion, something like that. So the masculine here, person A, feels very royal around their person, the person who is connected with them on soul ties that are directly in alignment with their solar plexus, right? We have lots of soul ties, but there's only one soul tie that is through the solar plexus, and it goes from your solar plexus to their solar plexus, right? So you can have soulmates and twin flames and all this nonsense, and their connection to you is anywhere in your energy, based off of like ancestral and lineage and all that otherness. But we have one person whose tie with us is through our solar plexus. And right now, person A and person B are that for one another. Okay. And person A feels really good dealing with person B. Like their energy is improved, their morale is improved, the way that that person tends to be submissive or loving towards person A makes them feel like they're that bitch or that king or that emperor or that empress or that person that everybody else wants to be kind of feeling. It makes him feel like a man. It makes him feel fulfilled in a lot of different ways. And I feel like person A um, is really trying so hard to have moments of embrace with person B, and not just sexually either. And I feel like person A wants to be sexually intimate, but on a different level of things, right? So if you have the normal traditional um sexual, or if your sexual appetites between one another have been consistent, uh, rough sex or hard sex or just soft and whatever, or just strictly making love with no kinky shit, your person wants to switch that up. They want to do more of whatever they don't do. So I feel like person A is really holding on to person B and starting to really embrace and connect and get close, or wants a stronger closeness with person B. And if they've been that kinky, that's my, what we do behind doors is not going to make sense if you know us on the other side of those doors. Who now wants to be more passionate, more sensual, more lovemaking than kinkiness or roughness. And really wants to show a more loving, vulnerable side of them to person A. Like they want to let their um, guard down. They want to really pour that love into person B, which will result in an offspring. And an offspring doesn't necessarily mean a child. It can result in the birth of a stronger connection. It could result in the birth of a deeper level to that relationship. Um, person A, mother sucker, I hope I'm getting this right. Person A has been very indecisive. They feel like no matter how hard they try to show their nurturing, loving side to person B, they're still insecure. They're still in their thoughts. They're still like worried. They're really busy in their head, right? Really busy in their head, while person B is kind of like, in the ebb and flow of things. Person A is over analyzing, over the brain function is just like woof, it's like really in high gear, because they're not content. They're having inner conflict about things, and it's like, how do I how do I get how do I get back to the greener grass with this person? Or how do I um how do I move forward with this person and tell them that my parents, or religious factors, I feel is more like a parent. Maybe their mother doesn't like you. Maybe their mother doesn't like um you because of things they've heard about you, or slow down, slow down, slow down. Um, okay, so for some of you, wow. For some of you, the mother just doesn't like you. They could have friends with people who just don't like you, and probably more than likely lied on you to taint the way that you were perceived. Others of you, the mother is attached to someone that the person A no longer wants to be with or has left, or it's possible that the people of his path, or he or she, whoever person A is, they could have a track record of dating really fucking horrible people. And the mother's just like, nope, we're done. I'm not entertaining another female you bring home. Like, you're not allowed to do this anymore, kind of flow. Um, So, person A is like an inner conflict because their happiness really is with person B, but the third party energy appears to be a family member. And it doesn't have to be a mom. It could be an aunt. It could be a cousin. It could be a majority of their whole family. It could be religious factors. But I'm just getting that person A is in conflict internally, mind, body, soul, emotion, because they really cannot see past being with person B. And they're not able to be with person B because of the connection that the past has with their immediate environment. Um, some of these individuals are only in conflict because person B may have someone from their past who's been doing craft as well, hard craft like candle magic and stuff, really trying everything they can to separate that union from taking place. And it has an additional toll on the way that person A is able to work through their thought process. They might be having problems with money. They might be having problems sleeping. They might be having problems, emotional problems. Um, yeah, so person B might have somebody from their past that is trying really hard to pull their attention away from person A, which is prompting person B to kind of be in their head and not know if they want to continue to wait for person A or move forward. Some people even have some person Bs even have two individuals doing external influential actions towards their union with person A. Some of them, it could be, oh shit. Some of them, the mother of person A has resulted to lower vibrational means of keeping person B from A, or keeping A from coming into union. And lower vibrational means does not mean witchcraft. It could be. It could just be conversations. It could be verbal communication. It could be demeanors, behaviors, prayers. It could be anything. But at the end of the day, no matter what happens, person A ends up with person B anyway. Um, Regardless of who was playing with what, doing what, and trying hard to distract who from who. Excuse me. Very sorry. Um, yeah. Person B has been through the ringer, um, not even from people from their past, but also from person A. Because some of you, person A actually did craft person B. Some of you, it wasn't intentionally, right? If person A was entertaining someone, they could have digested the craft, and then when they go like an STD, like I said in Pisces and Virgo reading, it's like if your person is getting craft done to them by the person that they're involved with, on in addition to you, that comes back to you. So that energy is here as well. There's so much fuckery going on, it's ridiculous. um Man, just communicate. Just communicate. It's so foolish. I get so frustrated. There's a lot of envy. A lot of envious people are trying really hard to stop unions from taking place because they don't want happiness. They don't want to be the one that walks away with their head up their ass. And some of them are just really jealous that certain individuals get everything that they want. It's like, no, shit comes with hard work. It comes with sacrifice. It comes with hardships. It comes with walking away from traditional values and stepping into the door of spirit and being ridiculed. Like, I had my own personal family members shitting on me, disrespecting me, but still running to me for readings, and then talking shit about me some more, mistreating me, and so on and so forth. And I've had um I've had so much nonsense take place with them attacking my money, my financial stability, my love life, all that nonsense, purely because I appear or come off as an individual who things just happen to flow easily for me. Um, It's called do the work, and make no mistake, it wasn't easy, right? Life was not easy. The karmic lessons that are endured by individuals who it looks like it's easy for, and if it wasn't in this lifetime, it could have very well been in other lifetimes. You don't know their struggles or the things that they've overcome in life for you to shit on someone just because you don't like how easy life happens for them. Again, the easier your life is in this lifetime without any type of manipulation or craft, either you've gone through darkness in your childhood or you already went through that in the past life and it was fucking brutal for you to enjoy that now. But either way, bottom line, person A and person B end up with each other. Person C in this dynamic feels like a mother figure who doesn't want person A with person B, who no matter what happens between, I'm not allowed to put my cards on the screen, but it's the card of victory. It's the card of victory. It's the card of victory. Sorry. So I have Mary. Okay. Um, a lot of person Bs are finding balance in all areas of their life, including their bedroom life. Um, your person that you're intimate with wants more in the bedroom on a lot of different levels. And it could be vice versa. You have to understand how this applies. This is your dynamic, not mine. But person B and A want the same things. They want more with each other. They want union with each other. They want a family life with each other. And family life doesn't mean having more kids, or you could, but it also just means being in union, being whole, being complete, having peace and harmony between the two, actually being really balanced within, and being abundant, uh, and not even just in family life, but emotionally and financially too. Especially if one of you are a divine counterpart, because divine counterparts are popping out nothing but abundance. Any company you go to work for, they're going to be blessed tenfold, no matter what, the whole time that you're there, or immediately right after you leave, or when you first get there, depending on the company's karma. Uh, Companies, businesses, organizations have karma. So I see that the divine counterparts in general are they're really abundant right now in all things that they do. There's a lot of warnings coming through though for some who are being attacked, or their counterpart is being attacked. I'm hearing um, people are making decisions to choose between money and love. Um, Always choose love, because when you're in union with the right person, the money comes naturally. Like, you get blessed. Like, you really get blessed if you're with the right person for the right reasons and there's no fuckery involved. Um, Person A is doing what they need to do, or they're trying to get their mind around the appropriate way forward. The appropriate way forward is always direct, clear communication. No beating around the bush, no filler words. Just say what needs to be said and how it needs to be said. Hey, my mom doesn't fucking like you. What do you want me to say? That's it. Just fucking say it. If there's whatever it is, if it's I've done craft on you and I'm afraid that if we come into union, you're gonna know. 9 out of 10, they already know. Um, they already know. So it's like, just own your shit, man. Just own your shit. I do see union coming into place though. Be careful, some feminines in this energy group, meaning you have Libra or Aquarius anywhere in your birth chart, you have a lot of opportunities. You have a lot of opportunities, especially when it comes to love. And some of you are going into union with someone who's undeserving, but taking the necessary actions without the appropriate level of appreciation, um, or balance, just because they're worried about you pursuing those other options. Some person B's are throwing that soul tie, the one that's connected to the heart, the solar uh, plexus, and they're saying, I'm fucking done with it. Because they want to be balanced and they don't want to go through it anymore. I think it's important to realize that when feminine or divine counterparts, whether it's masculine or feminine, when you're with the wrong person, when you're not in alignment with your contracts, your karmic cycle contracts, your soul life contracts, and all that stuff that we are here for to work through, because the ultimate goal here in life is to grow. The ultimate goal here is to ascend, it's to progress in life and expand your consciousness so that way your narrow-minded ways can kind of be something of the past, and it allows you to expand. It allows you to be open to working with and experiencing a higher way of living. Heaven on earth is possible. All that stuff that we think is like mythology, and it's really not. It's really not. So, person B has a lot of opportunities. There's some warnings when it comes to their money. There's some warnings when it comes to the things that they are abundant in right now, presently, or about to be. There is some people who don't want them to be balanced in their family life. There's some people who don't want them to branch out into the world. They want to keep them in this. Oh, fuck that. There's like person B, person B. Um, I'm not saying it's bad either because it's not really bad completely, but I'm just seeing like person A wanting to love bomb the shit out of you and put you in this beautiful castle. And I'm not calling it a castle, it could be a small ass apartment, I don't know, but it's almost like they set you up in this it's like a zone. Okay, like picture a square, and they put up these beautiful fences, they put these beautiful flowers, they cater to you, and they do all these things for you, but their true core nature is let me do all this, so they never walk out that gate. Because that's the only reason I'm doing this is so they don't walk out the gate. It's not because my heart is 100% invested in person B. It's more so because I'm still learning how to heal and grow and change, and I want to keep person B right where the fuck they are. And that's not okay. That's never okay. Um, it's not okay to put somebody's life on hold so you can take your time bossing the fuck up and being who you're supposed to be, or putting somebody's life on hold just so you can continue to benefit from them. That's never acceptable. That's never okay. And I'm not saying that's the collective energy. That's just energy that came through from this for me to share. It's never okay to do craft on your person either. It's never okay to force someone to be in a dynamic that they're not fulfilled in. Some people are hoping that they'll be able to communicate with their person and explain to them, like, hey, I have this going on, but it's only going to last a few more years or a couple of more months. Um, do what you have to do, but can we work on it in the meantime this way, or can we just be this way for now until this happens? And then, like I just feel like there's a lot of how do I put this one uh on hold? Like it's almost like you want to it's almost like person A wants to put person B, or whoever person C, it could be person C, I'm sorry. Person C could want to just put person B in a completely separate dynamic, just to keep them entertained and busy so that way life can go on without any disruptions. And it's like, no, no, we're in a new era. We're in a new era, people. Like, this shit's not okay. You're not going to put somebody in a box and put ribbons everywhere and be like, this is home, and you're going to sit here and live like this, and I'm going to continue to live like that, and we're going to make that work. No, the fuck, it's not. It's not. A lot of person B's are going to end up walking away from person A because person A is a fucking coward. It's never okay to force someone in a dynamic that they don't want to be in through manipulation of any kind. And it can be narcissistic ways, it could be craft, it could be love bomb, narcissistic, low vibrational. So person B, you have a lot of, or A, person B has a lot of opportunities. They have a lot of different avenues that they can go down. And um, even if they're not fully consciously aware or physically seeing all of them, they're being presented, you know. And you could be getting that information, like if you're driving, certain numbers or words or names or initials or license plates, or the synchronized ways that you're being pulled to see these messages, right? Like you could be give me an example, a random example. Yeah, so let's say you're applying for jobs, and the only responses you're getting are jobs that are away from where you presently are. And the purpose of those jobs was to see if you'd really take the fuck off versus um, challenging yourself to demonstrate your role in the way that you would treat someone. So it's almost like, yeah, see, I'm getting that narcissistic vibe again. It's almost like one narcissistic fuck is wasting time playing games, testing. It's like testing the other party in the dynamic. And they could be testing both parties. They could be testing B and C, or B could be testing A and C, or C could be testing A and B, to see like, see, this person's really not your person. You're going to choose this person over me, but they're so quick to take off and leave. And it's like, take so quick. So quick. Like, are you fucking kidding? So quick. It's been like what? Some of you, it's been years, months, and it's like you're not giving any reason for person whoever to be sitting around in a fucking playpen like there's some fucking animal. Just so, yeah, see, hostile environment. It's not healthy. It's toxic. Aquarius and Libra, man, especially with Libra, are you fucking nuts? Yeah, so love's here for you guys. You can really have it and really have a happy, um, harmonious relationship if you can get through the facades and the hostile influences. You got to stay strong through the dynamic, and you have to remember um, you have a choice. Everybody has free will for majority of the time, unless you are in a karmic lesson. And even at that, you still have free will in that lesson. You have free will always. Um, some more than others is what I'm hearing. And you just have to be strong through it. You have to really get grounded. You want to work with your energy, do the work, try to stay focused on positive things and shifting your vibration and staying grounded. I've been talking about hematite, selenite, and black tourmaline, preferably raw stones, for a couple of years now, being the dominant elements that people want to carry and embody, so that way they can have clear-minded um, ways of thinking and processing and taking actions, so that way they're not manipulated in anxiety and stressed out and dealing with toxicity. And you have more strength when it comes to managing your own money, so that way you can appreciate yourself and love yourself, build up your self-esteem instead of being tied down and indecisive and unhappy. If you're unhappy in a dynamic, walk the fuck away. I don't understand why anybody would want to sit in a dynamic that torments the fucking living shit out of them. And it's okay to give people plenty of time to change and grow. It's called unconditional love, and wanting to exhaust all options and methods of improving the relations between the two individuals. Like, I completely get that. You know, when I talk to my ancestors, I ask, you know, what are what are what are the things that you guys did to stay in a marriage for as long as you did? Like, how did you guys get through all of those years? And my grandmother told me, she was like, failed relationships that taught me what I was willing to tolerate and not willing to tolerate, and failed attempts of you know, your grandfather doing certain things. And I'm not talking about my recent, like my first grandparents. I'm talking my ancestors who have been gone for many years. They were sitting there telling me, because we were having this conversation about how relationships aren't what they're supposed to be. You know, you talk to someone, and it's very rare to come across someone who's been in union with their person for 60, 70 years, 80 years, you know. And one of the things that I was explaining to them about my perspective on relationships, and the way that they were able to help me change my perspective and see things differently, was um, marriages, you know, those old couples who have been together for so long, they were that way because they were able to do the things such as unconditional love and forgiveness and understanding, and realizing that Bob Marley is right, you know, everybody's gonna hurt you. It just matters who you're willing to get hurt from. um and it was about growth, and not abandoning your person just because they fucked up, not turning your back on them just because they didn't give you the answer that you want. And that is lessons that we all have to learn and grow from. You know, I myself have been guilty of that. Like, what? No, really? Okay, then go fuck yourself. Like, that's selfish and it's stubborn, and it's not what it takes to have those 80 plus year relationships and stuff. Um, but my grandparents were sitting there talking to me about, you know, failed relationships that were before her marriage, taught her the things that she would be willing to tolerate, the things that she loved and the things that she didn't like. They taught her to progress in her own spirituality, because it forced her to go through her waves of ascension, which I completely understood. And she also was sitting there explaining to me that when you're going through ascension and your person's fucking up, instead of you being the puta that majority people like to be, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to swear, I'm channeling, and it's the way that she said it to me. Um, she's like, you keep your legs closed as much as possible, and you stay focused on loving the shit out of yourself if the person that you are in union with is not capable of loving you at that time. Or point of their being. And I got a little confused with that, but what she kept saying to me was, you know, when your person can't love you or is not able to make you a priority, it's not your role, job, responsibility to rush out there and go find their replacement. It's your job, role, responsibility to amp up your game, step up your game, and love enough for the both of you to keep things solid. You know, when you love someone, you don't do craft on them. When you love someone, you don't hurt them. When you love someone, you don't invade their privacy in a healthy way. When you love them in a healthy way, you don't invade their privacy. Um, some people are in union with people who invaded their privacies because they're so fucked up from past relationships that they weren't healed enough to respect boundaries. Or they had anxieties, or they had people putting thoughts and ideas in their heads that challenged the way that they felt about their counterpart. And that's the things that it takes to have those 80-year marriages and relationships. It's that, I heard this, I heard that. I started paying attention, and I learned that my person's not like that. It's about being challenged with lower vibrational and external influences that are meant to destroy and break the foundation that your relationship is standing on, and still being there and still showing up and still being faithful. And I'm not saying that anybody is going to be perfect through that process. I'm just saying that it's the strength that gets you through all of those moments, that is what they said it takes to have those years of marriages. She's like, she told me it was never a walk in the park. It was never unconditional 100% faithful. She said in the beginning he slept with like massive individuals, and put any and everything above her and before her, and it was those moments that she capitalized on and got in her bag. She said she was like, I got on my bag. Now I know where my daughter says that from. She just says I got in my bag a lot. She's like, I just focused on my money. She's like, I was like, oh yeah, you want to do all that? No problem. I'll just focus on my own shit. I'll boss the fuck up. And if you're not where you need to be when I'm finally where I'm at, then I'll make the decision. In the meantime, keep doing you, because you're showing me who you are, and it's giving me the opportunity to decide if you're somebody I want my entire life with. And then she said that every time she was able to heal and forgive and move forward, it made that bond strong. And then she was like, and there was moments where it broke the dynamic, because she was just like, I did that with every relationship. She's like, when my person wasn't loving the shit out of me, I was loving the shit out of me for them, and continued to love them and continued to pour myself into them. She's like, and then she taught me how to stop pouring yourself into your counterpart, because when your guys are connected at the solar plexus, you don't really have a control over the information and emotions, and energy that flows between the two of you, because the way that you don't tell your heart to beat and pump blood, it just does it. That's the same thing with that connection. So if you're having a nightmare and your person is connected to you and they're on the right vibration, they might have the same nightmare as you, or they might feel like they need to come in and check up on you or something. Or if you are fantasizing about somebody else or intimate with another individual, your person will dream about it or experience it or physically catch it, so on and so forth. And it's not that, they're intentionally trying to send that information over to you. It's an uncontrollable flow that you can tap into, and, you have free will. You can send them that information. You can enhance it. You can do all those things with it, but you can't stop it. It's just there. It's how it works. It's that umbilical cord type energy that you see from a mother to a child in a womb. When you're in your union, or you've crossed paths with that one soul that is connected to you through your solar plexus, it's literally an umbilical cord of energy, solar plexus energy between the two of you. And it's not very, it will go wherever you guys separate from, but it always flows information like it's this long. It's never longer than this. So it's like you sneeze or get the chills, or you have body aches, your person feels it like that, stuff like that. So I'm just seeing a lot of that energy going on between Leo. I heard Leo. Between Libra and Aquarius. It's that I have a connection with you. I'm pulled to you. No matter what I do, I keep coming back for you, kind of energy. Some people are being manipulated into going back to karmics, because karmics are playing their games. They're claiming to be things that they're not. And mostly for Aquarius and Libra, I see it being either someone of the past trying to keep you guys apart, or I see it being a mother or religious factors that has the person in inner conflict. And it could be both too. I'm hearing both too, because person B definitely has somebody from their past that has been trying to keep a wedge between A and B as well, in addition to who person A has on their side. Person A on their side has a lot of different a lot of different things in motion and in play that are affecting their union and status of union with person B, but they are still projecting and pushing forward, and working really hard for balance. So, person B, if you can exercise patience, if you understand what I'm saying and you can see clearly, and you resonate with the, I'm walking away and going to go where I feel most appreciated, or I'm going to walk away because I don't feel appreciated. If you're in that flow of things, then you understand exactly what I'm talking about. You understand that so if you're in alignment with path and you are allowing that connection between A and B through the solar plexus, because you can interrupt it, you can. Um, to a certain degree, certain things you cannot stop from happening, because it's divine. It's all about divine. It's divine energy. Um, I'm just seeing so many different. I am so sorry. No coffee either. So I am going to wrap this up because we're 40 minutes in, and I think it's just important that B person B, if you can heal yourself and love the shit out of yourself and work with spirit and find, it doesn't even have to be spirit, it could be whatever it is that you're passionate about. If you are an artist, capitalize on that, do more work, put your work out there, pour yourself, you need like an outlet to keep you distracted while you're working towards victory. Victory with union, with the appropriate person that you are in contract with. Um, your person loves you. Person really does love you. They really do want a life together with you. Um, Free from envy and low vibrational energies, uh, and they don't want to suffocate you. They don't want to lock you in a box and kind of keep you hidden away from the world. Your person doesn't want to hide you at all. The appropriate person that you are supposed to be with, because some of you, person A, your person C is someone that's the karmic trying to, put on this facade and keep you in alignment with them, so that way you can't take off and go be with somebody that is actually really connected to your solar plexus. Some of you are in a dynamic where the person that you are in union with through the divine energy, your person is with somebody else, you're with somebody else, and both of your somebody else's are keeping you guys distracted, blocked by any and all means necessary from one another. And you may very well still continue to be with them, even though you are completely aware that they're not your person, and they're fighting like hell to become that person, just so you don't go be with your person, because they love you and they want you. They do want this so bad. Others, they're doing it just because they know that when those two people come into union, um, and when those two people come into union, it's like fireworks going off in all ways and in all directions. So that's really it for Aquarius and Libra. It feels more dominant. Family interactions is the obstacle. You could also have things where a sister could be the problem, a sister instead of a mother. I'm seeing sisters doing craft on you, so that way a person doesn't want you or believes that you're doing the craft on them. I see mothers wanting person A intimately, um, financially, and just being envious of the situation and affecting person B, so that way person B cannot be happy. I'm seeing all kinds of craziness. So I'm going to end this because it's really toxic and it doesn't feel good, right? So person B, focus on self-love now. Take care of yourself, mani, petty, even if you do it for yourself. Go get a body massage, even if you just go sit in a hot tub somewhere or something. Keep an eye out for the snakes, right? You have energies around you. So fall back from people, stop doing the things that you used to do, allow them to show you who they are when they think that you trust them and that you won't know what they're up to, right? Be like, yeah, I believe you. Yeah, go do what you got to do. And then the next thing you know, you're showing up there, or you're getting a phone call like, I see so and so over here with so and so and they're doing so and such. Don't just take their word for it. Show the fuck up. Show the fuck up. So and so is doing so and such. Let me just show up. Don't just show up to be the weirdo sitting out in the fucking car. Show up, knock on the fucking door, and be like, I'm coming inside. I want to look around. What's going on? How's your day? What are you doing? Don't just make the phone call. Show up. Unexpected. This is where you're at. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. So here's a good example. A long time ago, and I mean years ago, I was dating this fuck boy. And I'm going to call him that because that's exactly what he was. And I this is around the time I was talking to my grandmother about all this stuff too, which is funny. And I get a random text message saying going out with the boys tonight. I'll hit you up in the morning or whatever. And I was just like, and then he sends me a picture of him and his friends under this sign, and I was just like, he never says going out with the boys. I usually don't even hear about him going out with the boys until after he's already gone out with the boys. And even at that, I only find out about it because I see pictures on social media and stuff, or I hear about it. But I don't, any guy that I'm in a relationship with, I don't know. You have complete freedom. I'm not your fucking mother. I'm not your fucking parole officer. I'm not your probation officer. Do you? I got shit to do too. But we still meet up, right? You understand? Like, you are supposed to still be your independent self while you're in a relationship with someone. You're not supposed to stop hanging out with your friends and being an individual that you are just because you are in union. You're supposed to be free to be yourself. That's why that person's in love with you in the first place, because you're yourself. So the simple fact that that person sent me that picture and said that to me, I was like, oh, you are a fucking dog. And I got in the car, dropped my kids off to my mother's, and got right on the highway to go to this place that this person said that they were at. And then I got out of my car and I took a picture with the street sign, and I was like, I'm out front, come see me. He lost his fucking shit. I'm not there anymore. What the fuck? I'm like, okay, well, I'm kid free and I'm dressed. Where you at? No, can't tell me. You can't even tell me where you're at. The red flag, right? Don't turn those red flags into fucking red carpets, my friends. You got a person doing shit like that, you show up. Pay attention to the patterns. They're doing things that they don't normally do, or maybe they've been doing it right along. All of a sudden, your eyes are open and you're calling them out on their shit. You're calling their bluff, right? It's like my kid, always doing whatever she's doing, and I don't check on her for a while because I give her trust and freedom to be a teenager learning boundaries. And then I pop in and I check in on shit once in a while, and I'm like, oh, so this is what the fuck has been going on. Excuse me? What the heck? Um, so I'm just saying that energy is in play for you guys too. Some of you are being manipulated into situations that you don't belong in. And it's okay to trust your intuition and call them out on it. It's okay to show up. It's okay to be there. Like, the internet is a magical thing. Somebody sends you a picture, you zoom in on the picture, you see the words, you look for street signs, you look for all that shit where they claim to be, and you get the address and you show up there. That's it. Bottom line. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are, what you think you are in my life. You will not play me like a fucking fool. I will tolerate you. I will give you unconditional love. I will give you your freedom. I will give you your privacy. But if you are shitting on me, make no fucking mistake. My grandfather, my brother, my uncles, they all come and tell me. They really do. And I'll sit there with a straight face and be like, that hurt, that hit me where it hurt, but no problem. I'll keep smiling and acting like everything's fine and I don't know shit. And I'll still smile in your face and meet up with you and still give you the opportunity to turn things around. And if you don't fucking turn it around, I'm not even going to warn you. I'm just going to fall back. You know, I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago, we got a major flush of people just hitting people up and out of nowhere. And they're like, I'm starting to see everything for what it was. I'm really sorry. I really want to come back. I really miss you. I really care about you. I was getting emails. I was getting text messages. I was getting fucking phone calls. I was bumping into people. And they always had the same fucking storyline. Like, oh, come on. Oh, whatever. And it's just like, man, nobody's got time for it anymore, right? We're riding the wave. The ultimate goal is to be on top of the water, riding through those waves, whether you're on a float, whether you're on a boat, whatever, you're on the water, not in it, getting hit by waves, and not under it, being pulled away from the things that you're holding on to, removing yourself from attachments. So find that balance and stay in alignment with self-love, self-care, self-respect. It is so important to do that. Love the shit out of yourself so much that you just can't tolerate less than you fucking deserve. Um, I still see person A with person B, and it doesn't look like a new energy. It looks like a really dominant soul tie that comes from the polarity. It comes from the soul tie of the solar plexus, where you guys are connected divinely, and that shit, you can't break that. I mean, you can put a hold on it. You can tell your energy that you want to protect yourself from feeling and experiencing, and you want to call back your power and stop them from feeling you and experiencing you. But unless you consciously step into that and manipulate that energy, it does what it's supposed to do naturally, without warning, and without filter, you know, without filter, trust me. That's that energy. Like, when I first started learning about the soul tie, where the solar plexus is, that level of union, I was questioning a lot, because I'd wake up and I was like, he just fucked some bitch. I just fucking watched that shit in my sleep. What the fuck just happened? Like, all kinds of stuff like that would go on for me. And I would ask them all the time, like, what the fuck was that about? Like, why am I experiencing this? Why do I have to, every time he's intimate with someone, why do I have to know about it? Things like that. And that's when they taught me about the umbilical cord example for the union, that level of a union. A divine union is literally a short umbilical cord energetically between the two of you, between the two of your soul. And when I call it short, I just mean the amount of time it takes for the information to shoot back and forth is very short. It's not long at all. It doesn't matter where you guys are in the world from each other. It's very short amount of distance for that information to travel through. It's a very strong tie. So if your person is doing unnecessary things and you are aware of intuition and have tapped into all of that, like, boom, you ain't lying to me. I fucking know, kind of deal. And the best advice I can give you is the advice that my grandmother gave to me. And it's like, that's your person. Just like you have to learn karmic lessons and cycles and experience things, they do too. You don't have to wait for them, because you have hundreds of soulmates, twin flames out there that you can step into union with. But there's nothing like making it work and grow together with your person. Um, and if you have Pisces and Virgo in your placements, then you understand what I'm talking about to a degree where it's like, um I've been putting up with you, I've been putting up with you. This is supposed to be the next part of, like, we should be done building this foundation and we should just be building our years together. And if you're not prepared to build those years together, my foundation is already built, whether you're on it or not. So either you step the fuck up on where your throne is, or I'm gonna let somebody else sit on your fucking throne, because I got shit to do. And divine feminines, certain blessings, certain goals and aspirations cannot come into fruition if you're surrounding yourself with the wrong energies, because the divine is not going to let a bottom feeder or a karmic ride that coattail. The divine is not going to allow a karmic to hold on to the masculine while you're darting to shore and he's holding on for dear life. It's just not going to happen anymore. It's not happening. So do the work, stay focused, stay in alignment, and just know that if your person is not bossing up and leveling up and doing the things that they need to do, the divine will hit them with enough waves that either separate them from the things that need to go, or they're going to separate them from you. And you will land yourself right into the arms of some other individual who is fully capable and competent of filling those shoes. But here's where it gets great. That tie, it still stays. It still stays. So even if you do go into union with another counterpart, or a flame, or a soulmate, your person, the one that's got the solar plexus tied to you, they're going to feel it. They're going to experience a lot. They're going to know when you're intimate. They're going to know when you're having a baby, because they're going to have those energies. They're going to know if you're about to get engaged or married, because they're going to be feeling that urge, that pull, that need, that desire. When your person is, in that flow of, I just want to travel, I just want to go do this, I want to go do that. And then you've got their person wanting to do the same exact thing, but they're in union with someone else. The person that they're in union with may or may not go along for the ride, but regardless, you both are going to still be experiencing and feeling those things, because you're supposed to be in union. And you can still make the conscious choice to not choose union with your person. You can still make the conscious choice to stay with a karmic, but you're not going to get the blessings that are meant to be delivered to you the way that they should if you are with someone who is karmic. Again, how big do you want that foundation? How long do you want to stay in the energy of building a foundation? Like, foundations aren't supposed to be that big. The majority is supposed to be the actual formation, the actual years of being together and living life as one. Um, the years you spend making a solid foundation should not be in excess of 5 years, 10 years plus. It should not. Um, so do the work, stay on path. Some of you are walking away from person A because you're not dealing with the fuckery. Some of you are being impacted physically in your life, right? You could be having hardships. You could be going through whatever you're going through because what you're supposed to have is being obstructed from you due to the fact that that person is still entertaining other toxicity. So, Aquarius and Libra, that's your bedroom conversation. You guys love the shit out of each other. You guys want a more intimate and detailed sex life. There is an external influence. There's actually at least two, and I feel for some of you there's way more. But both sides of you have at least one or two people in play that are doing everything they can to stop you guys from being with each other, which should tell you even more the reason to hold on and fight for things and stay. But if your person's not willing to put in the work, it's not your job to, it is, but it's not your responsibility to have to sit behind and help them get through it. That's where the free will comes in. You can continue this or you can walk away. Majority of you, I don't see you walking away. I do see you hanging in there and having this life with your person as you are meant to. Despite the external influences that are all around you. And remember, people from your past, both of your pasts, they're looking at you guys like, damn, I can't keep them apart. Damn, like no matter what happens, they're still together. It's like, oh my God, did you bump into so and so? Yeah, I bumped into so and so. Did you know that so and so still with so and so after all these years? They're still doing XYZ 1, 2, 3 in the way that they've always been doing it. It's like, number one, why are you so up in other people's fucking business? Do you have self healing to do? Do you have self love? Because if you have self love, you're not worried about what so and so and so and so is doing. Have a nice day.